What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is Dana. Hope all of you have had a good day so far or good evening, wherever you are. So, Bitcoin did things. On my last stream, I did tell you guys that support was holding. Okay, we could see some nice action when we saw the hourly time frame, especially. We were seeing that bears were kind of getting tired and so on and so forth. Now we did have our little upside action to the upside, okay? And we pulled back immediately right after it. Now we will discuss what's going on, what's not going on, because there is some new developments, but the daily is also over in the daily candle close is gonna come in 45 minutes. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this ends. Until then, like volatility is definitely here. It's definitely here. So it's looking, it's interesting when things happen like, this fast and then go down this fast and so on and so forth. So you'll see what's going on. Mark, chat, everybody else, like, welcome back. You were early with me. You were earlier with me on the show too. So glad to see that you're here too. So let's start with it, shall we? Daily, not much to say, until the daily candle closes. There's really not much to add, pretty much the same analysis I did earlier, okay? On the 4 hourly, things are not looking that good, but still, a lot of things can happen in the crypto market in 45 minutes, okay? So we'll see what happens, but I'm not liking the shape so far, okay? And on top of that, we don't have like only this, type B divergence, nice divergence going on, but there's really not much, nice action going on. Like MACD still bearish. I don't like this. Fine, we wicked up, we had our upside action, but this is not nice, guys. Like, we need to see a 4 hourly candle close at least above 23,370-ish. Until then, it's a flip-flop action right now. That's what's going on, okay? Hourly, this is not what you want to see. We have this, very bearish engulfing candle right now on the hourly. Like, guys, there is bad divergence building. On top of that, like, developing. There's so many things, so many warning signs right now. Like, I'd be a bit cautious, okay? So that's Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. We are in the power hour right now. We'll see what happens in an hour or 45 minutes, 43 minutes right now. Let's go ahead and have a look at Ethereum real fast too. Then we'll have a look at some altcoins. Yeah, Ethereum is still pretty much the same. Not much has changed, okay? We couldn't even close above this level, 1,630-ish or 1,680-ish. We're still kind of stuck below that level, okay? I'm not liking this 4 hourly candle either, but at least when it comes to Ethereum, we have some type of nice divergence, If you compare it with Bitcoin, it doesn't even have that, okay? There's that type B divergence on one of the oscillators, but on Ethereum's 4 hourly chart, time frame, we could see that there's some nice divergence on both oscillators. That's something, at least. That's not bad. But I don't like how this is forming. Like, this is turning out to be right now. We'll see what happens on the hourly. There are so many warning signs, guys. So many warning signs. But there's also, some bad divergence. Unless we're gonna see a close above 1,625 at least, there is some warning signs right now. I'd be a bit cautious, like, we'll see how the daily closes. Let's head over to the other alts, Aptos. Earlier I came in and I told you guys we could, see levels of 17.3-ish to 17.7-ish dollars. We came all the way to 18.9 even. Like, this is Aptos, like I told you, Aptos was one of those coins I was having an eye on, like a close eye on, because it was looking like it wanted to do things, okay? Now, If we can close above this level, okay, old resistance turning into new support, as you guys can see. Hence, we are not like, we're kind of holding above this area right now, okay? If we see a close above this level, like if it just consolidates at these levels, like eventually see around 19.8, $20, okay? According to my calculation, that's what's up next. That is somewhere around these levels. Let's see now. Cool, it's consolidating right now. RSI on the hourly is still, like, there is no bad divergence on the RSI, but let me just double check. No, not really, but we can see it, on the other oscillator. So, like, there is some indecision going on, okay, right now at the moment. For hourly, if it closes anything like this, like, that's one nice candle, guys. This is not bad when it comes to Aptos. Look at the daily. On top of that, in 39 minutes, this is another, nice strong candle, that favors the bulls more than anything else, okay? We do have this bad divergence developing, but it's gonna be invalid if, we cross, certain area. Until then, by the way, just notice how overcooked the RSI is, okay? It is very overcooked. You just gotta be aware of that as well. But otherwise, it's looking good. If it closes like this, we can't hate on it. It's not bad. Aptos have been doing things the whole time. Like, it's been awesome. It's been an awesome ride with Aptos. Let me just remove this. We'll see how it ends. We'll see how it ends. But I'm liking the action so far. Like, consolidating on the hourly, guys. It can't get. It could get worse, but it's not that bad right now. Looking at the hourly either. We just gotta see a close above 18.9 at least on the hourly. Let's see eventually around these levels. 19.7-ish to 20.2, very possible on Aptos. Let's see now. What else is going on? DYDX pulling back at resistance, giving us some warning signs. Like, unless we see on DYDX, let me just find it. Unless we see a close above 2.2-ish on the 4-hourly, that could be kind of, it for now. At the moment, we do have support around these levels, okay, between 1.86 to $1.76. If between $1.08, $1.09, like, there's some support around these levels. If we get anywhere below this level, $1.08 area, any 4-hourly candle close, any hourly candle close below this level, the top of this blue box, in other words, there's not much holding us until 1.6 to, well, 1.4-ish, okay? Things are doing things. Like, you just blink In a blink of an eye, things are going on, like a lot going on right now. Especially Bitcoin, that was one nice pump to the upside, just after I finished streaming and I told you that the bears are looking, a bit tired on the hourly. Got this nice pump, hit around 23.8, pulled back down. Bulls are trying, but bears are here. What I do not want to see on Bitcoin is a close like this, okay? Like we gotta pull back. We gotta pull back at least to 23,350. Otherwise, if it closes below this level, 23,200, it's not the best sign right now, okay, for the bulls. The fight is clear. The fight is clear. Did you catch the movement, guys, or were you, blindsided? Or did it go well? I'm glad we spoke about it, before things happened, that the bears were getting tired and so on and so forth. And by the way, guys, if you're liking the stream, you like the contents, these updates that I keep on bringing, this is the second day, the second time today. Just, smash that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. I'm pretty tired because I was live earlier for an hour and a half, but I'm here again. Things going on. The daily candle closes upon us soon, so we do not want to miss that at least. What else now? Aptos like 48% on the daily. It's not bad. 48%. Okay, so Atom is at resistance right now. We need to see a close above 13.82-ish dollars. Okay, at least. Like daily is good. If daily close above 13.3 is good enough, but on the 4-hourly, it would be even better if we can see a close above this level right here, okay? 13.8-ish dollars. If we can see that, eventually around these levels. But we do have bad divergence brewing. Like, I'd be so cautious at these levels right now, guys. I'd be very cautious, like super cautious. I'm just saying, okay? I keep on saying this because I told you earlier, we could have, some nice pumpish action, but there are things going on. Volatility is here, okay? We could see like one more leg up when it comes to Bitcoin, altcoins, so on and so forth, and then some nice pullback, okay? Right now, support, we still have support around these levels. 13.3-ish. If we close anywhere below that area, then see eventually around 13 to 2.8. That's Atom, Cosmos. Hourly, we do have some, bad divergence, developing as well. Like, it's not just, on Atom, like we got it on some other things as well. We're gonna have a look, but I'd be cautious, guys. I'd just be cautious right now. Some people, some Joes, they might, swoop in, ape in at these levels, but the one who does at these levels, like, it's some risky levels. Okay, we gotta see some support, at least a close. I keep on saying at least above, 13.8-ish on Atom. Like MACD is turning, bullish, and we have our first positive momentum on the histogram. RSI is in nice territory, so that favors the bulls. Okay, good. All that is good. But getting in at these levels is nuts. Even if it would go to 15, 15.8-ish, it's a bit nuts, okay? Like, there was another chance to get in at these levels again. Just yesterday, okay? Around $13, 12.8. Just saying, just saying. So we're done with the Aptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cosmos as well. Yeah, guys, I'm pretty tired right now. So I'm gonna catch my breath while we're doing this. Usually I go fast. We are gonna have a look at Uniswap, that is, Comp, Sand, GRT, Waves, okay? That's next in turn. Okay, let's go. Uniswap next. Okay, rejected at resistance. We still got positive momentum on the oscillators, okay, but getting weaker. It's getting weaker. We do have some bad divergence as well. Our sign is in nice territories right now. Like, this is neutral, really. I can't say this or that when it comes to this, the Easterns. On the 4-hourly, looks like there is some nice divergence that is developing as long as we can stay above $6. If we close any 4-hourly candle below it, nice divergence that is developing is gonna become invalid, okay? We need to close above $6.7 on Uniswap for like a 4-hourly candle close, at least, for us, to come and retest at least, these levels around $7. So a close above 6.7 on the 4-hourly, even hourly, it could take us a bit higher. But on the hourly, we have another resistance also around. Look, the hourly resistance is between. Let me just show it for you. There you go. This is the hourly resistance, okay? So we need to see a close, in general, we need to see a close above $6.7 on the 4-hourly, on the hourly for us to go a bit higher, okay? Then on the hourly, we have another resistance around 6.8. I know that it's not a big difference, but I gotta be unbiased when I'm doing the TA. It doesn't matter if I do not think there's a big difference. I still gotta let you guys know, okay? So we got on the hourly this second resistance right here, the top of this box. If we see any close above it, then eventually we will come and, test. More likely that we go and test, $7.1 at least, 7.1 to 7.3, very possible. But on the daily, it's kind of pretty much, neutral right now. Can't do much with it. We'll see in 25 minutes what happens. But we have this nice divergence, excuse me, nice divergence on the 4-hourly time frame, building on kind of both the oscillators, okay? On one of them, it's kind of type B, but it's there. We can't neglect it. It is building there. If this, starts, rolling over to the downside, then the support I'm looking at is around 6.3-ish dollars, okay? On the hourly, it's pretty much the same, around 6.3 also. Can draw a box for you guys if you like. There you go. Cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like on the daily, if we see any close above, like if this would something like this would happen, a close above 7.3, see eventually around, this next area right here, 7.7-ish to 8.1-ish dollars, very possible. Any daily candle close above this level, see eventually around next resistance, okay, right here, 9.2-ish to 9 point, somewhere between 9.2 to 9.8, fine. So that's Uniswap. Yeah, that's what's going on so far. We'll see what Bitcoin does. It's gonna be interesting for the altcoins if this, decides to continue. Okay, we're kind of pulling back up. Nice. I want to see us, at least close above this red line, at least, okay? Even better above 23,350. But anything lower than that, not the best sign for the bulls. Yeah, just gonna take it easy. Let people start coming in and so on and so forth. I'm a bit early to the stream today. We'll take it slow right now because yeah, I'm like pretty tired, guys. I've been live earlier today, and with this one, it's probably gonna be around 4 hours in total. Because my streams are all, at least an hour and a half long, at least. Notice how ape is trying to close above critical levels on the daily, that $6 area. If it does and we have a little bit of a follow through, guys, it's nice. Then eventually we go a bit more higher. Then the bearish things we're seeing is gonna become invalid if that happens. Okay, next we'll have a look at sand. Sand on the daily hit resistance. Obviously, we are holding support though. We're holding support. This is not bad. This is good. Okay. So as long as we hold support, we might consolidate and then we'll see, some action. I have to admit the prior daily candle was, pretty much, bearish. But as long as support holds, we could see some, at least one more leg up to the upside. Just one, okay? Maybe more, who knows, but we'll start with one and then we'll take it from there. At least to 0.87, let's just say 0.88-ish for a start. Any daily candles above this level will, kind of take us to this area next to 0.98, okay? We do have this bad divergence developing on both oscillators that we should, also keep in mind. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. We need to close on the 4-hourly. There's one thing we need to do for this to continue to the upside. That is to see a close above 0.7781, right where we got rejected this time, okay? We need to see a close above that level. If we can see that, then that would take us a bit higher, okay, to that resistance I was talking about, all the way to around, 0.884-ish, 0.85-ish, very possible, okay? Like all the way here is very possible. But before that happens, we need to see a close above this area on the 4-hourly time frame. Simple as that, okay? Until then, we'll give it some time to develop. We have some support around on the 4-hourly. Support is right here. Let me just draw it for you. Now, this is daily support, okay? Daily meaning if we look at the chart on this, like this, then support is between 0.7-ish to 0.63-ish. But on the 4-hourly, we have a support that could be respected before this one, gets hit first. That is in this level between 0.73 to $0.7, okay? Any candle close, and any 4-hourly candle close below this level could bring us a bit lower to that daily support area, okay? So that's it. I'm gonna take it level by level. I do not want to get into everything because there are other support areas, but if this holds, then there's no need, to discuss this at the moment, okay? But if we're close to this area, then yeah, there is a need to discuss this next support level, okay? So let me just mark it for you so you guys are aware. This is for the 4-hourly time frame. Cool. So yeah, if we see any close on the 4-hourly above this level, we'll come and retest, somewhere around 0.85-ish to 0.87. That is more likely to happen. Any close above 0.88-ish, okay, 0.875, eventually around 0.98, 0.99, okay. Eventually, we'll see this one if the bulls pull up and they start, pushing price, a bit higher. And there are other levels to discuss, but like I said, it's better that we take things level by level and we'll see what happens. So that's stand, fine. Cool. So far we've had a look at Uniswap, Cosmos, Aptos, Stand. Next is either Waves or GRT. We'll see which one first. Maybe we can take Waves first. Waves. Now, if this turns out to build an IHS, it's gonna be awesome. Especially if you can break, above the neckline. Like first resistance is all the way around, 2.78-ish dollars, okay? 2.8-ish dollars. We are holding support like kings as long as we do not see any daily candle close below 1.98. Really, it is fine. If we do, we can pull back a bit, lower to at least, $1.8, 1.75 to 1.8 for a start on the daily. We still have positive momentum on the oscillators, but problem is we are kind of, developing this bad divergence on both oscillators, and the positive momentum is getting weaker, at the moment. We still got 8 minutes left. We'll see what happens with the daily candle close. Right now, looks like we've been just consolidating so far. Let's have a look at the hourly. Bad divergence also on the hourly, okay. Need to see a close and some follow through at least above $2.3 on the hourly. But there is bad divergence developing, guys. Be aware, okay? On the hourly. For hourly, there is no resistance until like first resistance on the 4-hourly time frame is around 2.5-ish dollars, okay? 2.53, 2.5-ish. Any close above that area will take us to around, most likely take us to these levels, $2.76 on waves. eventually, if things, turn out to play out, in favor of the bulls, if we see any daily candle close above, 2.76-ish dollars, eventually around this level, 3.1 to 3.4 areas. There are other higher levels to speak of, but not gonna discuss it now because it doesn't seem that necessary since we are still, right here. Okay, we're not even above this level, okay? But when we get closer to these levels, then the other, levels are gonna be interesting. But for now, we'll take it step by step. No need to rush. So that's waves pretty much, the support areas, what could happen if we break below 1.8-ish to 1.75-ish. We could pull, back a bit lower. But until then, it's not doing that bad. Like on the hourly time frame, this is support, guys. All the way to $2, you got some support, okay? Let's see what Bitcoin is doing because I think it's moving. It's moving. We need that close above this red line at least. I mean, that could favor the bulls a bit more because this on the hourly is not, it's not nice for the, bulls at all. So we need to pull up. We need to pull up. We need to close above this area, okay? Best would be 23,350. But at least, close above this area, this red line. Like buy pressure is coming. It's like flip-flopping today. If you've noticed, we went all the way to these levels. We came back down all the way to 22.8 again. This is in a matter of what? 2 hours, okay? This was fast. This was some fast action on Bitcoin today. Volatility was kind of, brewing. It was kind of cooking. So I bet the volatility is not over yet. Okay, so we've also had a look at waves. So that's done. Okay, next upcoming is GRT graph. Okay, it is at resistance right now. Graph is at resistance. Prior daily candle was showing some type of indecision. We do have this bad divergence developing on both oscillators, even though, positive momentum on both oscillators right now. RSI is okay. It kind of reset, it's not overboughtish yet right now at the moment. It wouldn't be bad if we had a close above, let me just, hold on. GRT. If we could see a close above 0.97-ish dollars, it could help us, come and test at least 0.1. Like it's close, but 0.1 is possible, If that happens, then we're gonna meet some resistance around 0.1. But major resistance is actually around these levels, okay, when it comes to GRT. This level right here. Around 0.1162 to 0.122-ish dollars. But before that happens, we need to break above this level. Closing above this one, even on a 4-hourly, okay? Even on an hourly is a warning sign that we will continue a bit higher, at least to these levels, okay? support. If we lose this one, if we close any 4-hourly candle, it doesn't have to be a daily. Any 4-hourly candle close below this level right here, see eventually around the next one, which is around 0.078 to $0.075. Any close below $0.075, this is the next support, okay? So that's GRT pretty much. Next, we'll have a look at comp. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing though. Kind of being rejected at this level that I told you we need to get above. And this is the 10-minute chart I'm having a look at right now. What music is this? Hold on. And a bit annoying, right? Yeah, we could see a bit clearer why we need to see a close like that, 4-hourly candle close or daily candle close, above this, excuse me, hold on. Above this level, okay? It's important, guys. You could see on the 10-minute chart how it's being rejected right there at that level at the moment. Okay, daily candle is upon us. It's time to see what Bitcoin has done, right? I can't say this is the best prior daily candle close. Like, I can't, guys. We need to get above this level and fast, like soon-ish, for this, to become invalid, because right now, this is not the best. I mean, MACD is trying to, curl up. It is trying, but there is no nice divergence on the 4-hourly. This type B divergence is not the best, but it's developing, okay? We need to get above this level ASAP today, pretty much. I do not like the fact, like, right now, looking at the charts, it feels like it could eventually, favor the bears if we do not get above this level. Like, it's very important, like, soonish we get above this level, because the prior daily candle close, look how we got smacked back down. Same thing on the 4-hourly. Hourly, strong, bearish candle. On top of the bad divergence, right? At the same time. On the hourly as well, yeah. We need to see some push immediately. And immediately, ASAP. Let's have a look at Ethereum and what it's doing so far. I mean, this is looking better. This is looking so way better on Ethereum's chart. Okay, we are losing, the positive momentum slowly. It is getting weaker, okay, on both oscillators. We do have some bad divergence, fine. But at least looking at the Eastern like this, I can't deny that this is looking a bit better than Bitcoin. It didn't get smacked down by the bears, at least, that hard. Okay, it's still kind of holding out, fine. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Bitcoin needs to do some upside action. Like, what I'd like to see is that for, it to be in favor of the bulls. Otherwise, it could get a bit ugly, okay? Oh, Ethereum is holding on. Ethereum is holding on. we closed above this level right here, above $1,600. Good. On the daily, on the 4-hourly, fine, good. We need some follow through. We need to get above this level next, okay, for things to level out so we can push a bit higher, okay? Besides, we have this nice divergence on Ethereum on both, oscillators, building on the 4-hourly. Unlike Bitcoin, right? Unlike Bitcoin, this is looking a bit better. Did ApeCoin close above that $6? Yeah, it kind of did. We need some follow through though, okay, on ApeCoin, because we're still around resistance. Where is it? ApeCoin, ApeCoin, ApeCoin. Right here. We still need to close above this 6.1-ish, but so we can have some type of a follow through because we did close above $6, fine. Like a close above 6.1 on the 4-hourly, 1-hourly could be of help, to see that we, it around at least $6.5, okay? We need some follow through. In other words, we need some follow through on ApeCoin. What's apt doing? Guys, this is truly one of the most, like, the moves have been so nice. Look at the prior daily candle close. Nice, strong candle favoring the bulls. 4-hourly pretty much the same. This has been a trader's, heaven, Aptos. We called it around $7 to $8, guys. $7 to $8 before all this happened, this impulsive move. And it doesn't look like it's done yet. Just doesn't. Like, I don't see any weakness on the daily when it comes to the bulls, not on the 4-hourly either. But we have to be aware because there is some bad divergence, going on, okay? On the hourly, one could argue there is some indecision going on, so on and so forth. But bulls still kind of, here, fighting back, okay? But the bears, like, there's some indecision. There's a fight going on. Who knows? It could be one more leg up, and then that's it for Aptos, for now at least. It's looking interesting. It's looking interesting. Aptos, we need to see a close above 18.85, 18.8, an hourly close, even 15-minute close up above that one, would be of help. Would kind of send us to these levels at least, okay? That 19.7 to $20.2. Yes, Mark? Kraken hires blockchain former chief compliance office. The percentage of Kraken users has increased 3% significantly. Well, that's interesting. Like, Kraken is one of those exchanges that has that's existed for a very long time, very long time. It's like, until now at least, it's been one of those respected exchanges. Maybe not as big as Binance, but they're regulated and so on and so forth. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me double check just to not, just to be sure. Yeah, they're registered in UK. And they are a registered, crypto asset firm. So they're definitely regulated, okay? So shall we have a look at comp? Comp is holding support like a king right now. That support between $45 to $48 is still kind of holding. But as long as we can't see a close above this level on a daily, gonna be difficult for us, to see these levels again around 58.61. We do have positive momentum on the oscillators on the daily, but there's this bad divergence, I'd be very cautious of on the daily as well. Any close below this level on comp, well, next support is all the way around, 41-ish, around between, 42 to 39. So somewhere in the middle, 41-ish dollars. I'd be a bit cautious. If we close below $45, okay. On the 4-hourly, we got negative momentum on the oscillators. There's some nice divergence going on one of the oscillators. Okay, cool. It's developing right now. We kind of closed above this area, which is good. Above $51. That's nice. But still, we need to see a close above this level, okay? If you want to be a bit more conservative, then $56.5, okay? Any 4-hourly candle close above $56.5. See eventually around, somewhere between 58 to 61. And after that, next resistance, any 4-hourly candle close above $61, 61.1-ish. Eventually around, 63.4 to 65.8 or $66, okay? Because next resistance, there is not much holding us until this level, $71 next. If bulls, decide to push, we could push all the way to around $70 at least for a start. That is one of the major resistance areas, that that we're gonna meet after that, which is around 76. After 76, guys, it's good times for comp, because next is possibly around 91-ish, $92-ish dollars. And on the weekly, not that we have to get into it now, but on the weekly, guys, let me just remove this. With this, on the weekly, there's not much holding us until, but do not get it mistaken. If we have to close above this level first. If we can see a weekly candle close above 75.6, okay? Next resistance, that's 97-ish dollars, that I just mentioned, around that 90-ish something dollars. But major weekly resistance is all the way around 117 to 130-ish dollars, okay, on comp. There's some bad divergence on comp right now, on the hourly. Yeah. One can just do this just to keep an eye, okay? Any close below this resistance, below this support line, eventually around support levels, okay, this box. So that's comp pretty much. On the daily, we are just consolidating right now. Not much going on. We gotta have our eyes on Bitcoin, guys. It's trying to do stuff. Just that the bears are really giving the bulls a hard time right now. And I didn't like the fact that we closed below this, resistance on the daily. For Ali, pretty much the same. It kind of put the balls on the bears, It gave the balls to the bears, which is kind of like, I would have loved to see Bitcoin at least close above 23,350, but that didn't happen. Not even above this trend line, at least, So far, guys, we've had a look at Uni, Comp, Waves, Sand, GRT, Aptos, Atom, and of course Bitcoin, Ethereum. Look at Quant, by the way. Fight going on between the bulls and the bears. Like, buy pressure is still coming in, looking at the volume. Positive momentum on the oscillators, but we have this bad divergence going on Quant at the moment. Like, if we see any 4-hourly candle close above this level right here, around $163, okay, 163, 165. See eventually around 167 to 173. For a start, any daily candle close above $173, $174 to be a bit more conservative. Next is all the way around 185 to 190-ish dollars, guys. Quant also, we caught it at the bottom, literally when it was at these levels, when it held support like king twice. And I drew this just to show you guys. It held here and then it held here. You know, we had this double bottom formation, just like near, if you guys remember near. It kind of shot after that. Looked good, looked awesome. Look what Aptos did while we've been busy looking at some other altcoins. It went and touched almost, you know, this box, almost, okay? Things are going on. By the way, guys, top left, we got Bitcoin. Bottom left, we got ApeCoin, okay? Top right, we got Optimism. And bottom right, we got Aptos, okay? That was just my alert, guys. Do not be worried. It's not your fire alarm, okay? Just my alert on the charts. I heard gold was pumping, by the way. We'll see what happens soon. If the price of Bitcoin rises, automatically the price of altcoins will start to rise because Bitcoin represents approximately 42% of the market liquidity. This is correct? Well, yeah, kinda. Okay, kinda. It's not automatically like, but the altcoins do follow. But remember this, just like they pump, you know, much more when the altcoins, when Bitcoin starts, to run, when Bitcoin starts to dump, they also dump much more compared to Bitcoin, okay? That is very important to know. Is it not equal? There are two voices from you. That's weird. Is it still, doing the same thing, Mark? Is it echoing? Is that what you mean? Okay, that's weird. Hold on. Is it better now or still the same? Still the same? Hold on. Still the same. That's weird. I don't know what happened. It should be fixed now. Mark, is it still the same or is it leveled up now? Okay, but is it fixed or still the same problem? Thank you for letting me know because still not fixed? Still the same problem? Okay. Hmm. Since the program that I use to stream changed a lot of things, this is the third day in a row I'm having some, difficulties when it comes to the sound system. Been trying to fix it, but it should be fixed right now, Mark. I just listened, on my on another, laptop. I don't seem to hear any problem. Cool, awesome, perfect. This is live stream, guys. Things like this happen sometimes, difficulties, technical difficulties, sometimes network difficulties. Like I can't do much. Like I've got the best of the best things just so you guys can hear me clearly, like good internet and all that, but sometimes some things are out of my hand. I cannot do much about it, unfortunately. Bitcoin is having difficulty, getting above this level, guys. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. I do not like how that daily candle kind of got smashed down by the bears. I don't like it on the 4-hourly. I don't like it on the daily. Like, we need to see some follow through to the upside, like ASAP. ASAP, meaning today. If we get into the weekend, looking like this, like, I don't know what to say. I don't like the 4-hourly, how the 4-hourly closed. Simple as that. Sure, we are losing, that negative momentum. It's getting, not losing, but it's getting weaker, but not to my liking at the moment. Aptos also kind of losing steam. We'll see how it closes in 27 minutes. That bad divergence, yesterday, before yesterday, there was no bad divergence. That's why I told you it's still looking, better than many. Support held, and, hate on this one. Support held here. And now old, resistance holding as support, right now as well. But are the bears starting to show their face? Yes, they are. Like today, all in all, we've had a look at many altcoins. If you think about it, we've had a look at, since my show earlier. We had a look at Zen, we had a look at ApeCoin, we had a look at Ripple, HBAR, UIDX, Render, Aptos again, as usual, Optimism, and now Uniswap, Comp, Waves, Sand, GRT, Atom. Like, I'm trying to mix it up so we don't, keep on looking at the same. It's good to do some follow through on some that we've had a look at, before. But Uniswap, Comp, Waves, and Sand, it's been a while since we had a look at it. I mean, it did while, a few months. Maybe not Uniswap, but the others, GRT especially. Okay, FTM. tried to do things, but did we close above 0.4175? No, we didn't. Okay. I'm not saying this para-daily candle close was bad. I'm just saying we didn't close above 0.4175. If we did, we'd have seen, this area, at least 0.45. Like, more likely to see that if we would have seen a close above 0.4175, but it didn't happen. Since it didn't happen, not much to do there. There is some bad divergence, brewing, developing on the daily as well, even though we have, positive momentum on the oscillator. MACD is bullish still. For hourly, pretty much the same. We need that close, above that level. On the 4 hourly, a close above 0.43-ish would be good. If that happens, see you around 0.46, 0.456, 0.46 levels for start. Like, Phantom has done good. It's done good. Like, seeing if soon we start seeing pullbacks, guys, a nice correction, not just those little action, but a deeper correction, it wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't be that bad. Like, if we would see any daily candle close above 0.46-ish dollars, eventually we are gonna come and test 0.52 to 0.55. Like, that's most likely to happen. Okay, if we can see a close above this level first. On the 4 hourly right now, there is some clear support around. I can just draw it for you guys. Hold on. There you go. Any close below this level would take us, somewhere between 0.34-ish to 0.32-ish dollars. Okay. That is any 4 hourly candle close below this level, the bottom of this box, 0.36. Fine. The bulls do not look like they're completely, done yet. Looking at the 4 hourly, there is no nice divergence that I can see. Well, yeah, there is on the 4 hourly, there is some nice divergence trying, to develop, but it's gonna become invalid if we see any 4 hourly close below 0.33. Let's just say, 0.34-ish dollars. Then that nice divergence that we see that is developing is gonna become invalid. Okay. So that's Phantom pretty much. On the daily, bulls do not look like they're completely gone yet. Fine. So there is a chance we could see, 0.45. There is a chance. On the hourly, 4 hourly, daily, we are above, like, daily closed above this level, guys, which is good. We need to see some follow through, of course, but we did close above 0.4 dollars. So that's Phantom pretty much. Bull still here. There is some bad divergence, but they don't look like they're gone completely. On the hourly, a close above 0.42-ish would help. us get a bit higher. What coin do you like to analyze the most, of course, other than Bitcoin? Mark. For me, I I don't have any specific favorite coin to analyze. I like to analyze first of all, I have to analyze, most of the things to see what's going on. Otherwise, I'm not gonna know what's going on. So I have no choice. I can't favor one or the other. I just have to go through the market, slowly and see what's going on. But I can say my least favorite things to analyze are coins that are new, okay? Coins that are very new. For example, it's a challenge. It's a big challenge because, for example, if it's new, there is not enough data for me, to do much, but I do my best. For example, Zen was one of these coins. Aptos was one of these coins. If you see one of my videos from way back, let me try to find it. Like, it's way, way back. I kind of caught Aptos at the beginning. Zen kind of the same. They respected TA, okay? I could have been wrong, but they respected TA. But these coins, like coins that are new with very, very little data, are my least favorite. But then again, as an analyst, I have to analyze whether I think it's difficult or not. I have to do my best. But I don't have any favorite coin that I like to analyze. Like, I just go through the market. But then when, I realized that TA got respected, of course, he even loved the analysis he did on it even more. For example, Near, Aptos, nowadays, and before we've had many other coins that respected TA as well. I'm gonna show you a video like Aptos. I made a video around like 3 months ago. This was way back, okay? Way back. 3 months ago. This is the monthly chart, okay? So somewhere around these levels, you see, way back, okay? And there was barely, these candles didn't even exist. These two red candles did not exist at all, okay? And I made a video because I love a challenge. I love challenging myself when it comes to analysis. Like, I don't know, I'm just that type. It's difficult to do analysis, but I love to challenge myself. But we can have a look at it together, and then, you can compare how it went since then, because it did get respected as well. There you go. I just turned off the music so this can be clear. What's up, guys? It's Dana. Welcome back, and I hope you have a nice one. So, I'm gonna be discussing Aptos versus USDT pair on the KuCoin chart. I could have went with BitGet's chart, but then again, KuCoin is a bit more popular, so I decided we'll go with this chart instead. And guys, if you like the contents that I bring, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell to be notified in time next time, I release a video or I go live. So anyways, let's get at it. On the daily, things are like it's a newborn baby, newborn chart. So, okay, fine. Prior daily candle ended as a bullish engulfing candle, which is good. We have some volume too, which is also nice. But looking at the 4-hourly chart, first warning sign telling us to be cautious is that we are around overbought territories right now, okay? And on top of that, we are actually meeting, like we just touched first resistance levels. And if we get closer to the hourly chart, by the way, as we're doing this, as we're going up, if you look at the volume, it's declining, okay? Second thing telling us to be cautious, all right? And then if we zoom in a bit more and look at the hourly chart, as you guys can see, we met resistance at the same time. We have a doji, okay? After a rise, we had a doji telling us to be cautious again. And MACD is still positive, but it is getting weaker as price action is going higher, which is telling us to be cautious again. So a lot of things, signals telling us to be cautious when we're looking at the indicators and other tools we're using when it comes to the Japanese indicators as well. There is no hidden bearish divergence or anything like that at all on the MACD, but on the RSI, it is starting to develop. Another sign telling us to be cautious, okay? So what we need to see is if we can break out of this resistance level around 9.56 areas, then we are going to be meeting a little resistance around $9.96, $10, let's say around these levels, okay? But if we break this resistance right here, there's not much holding us until 10.7 to 10.9 areas, okay? Not much holding us because if we look left and we zoom in to the 10-minute chart, for example, we see where we got rejected last time. And looking at the 1-minute chart even, because we don't have a lot to go with, so I have to zoom in, this much. Usually I don't go back and look at the 1-minute chart and so on, but we don't have much to go with, so I'm doing my best to bring you, whatever I see. Looking at the 1-minute chart, you guys see, obviously, this is where we got rejected last time, okay? So going to the price action and looking at the price action now, we do see why we could meet resistance at these levels as well, okay? Around these areas, if we break 9.9, 7, $10 around these levels, next area would be around these levels, okay? So that's the resistance levels that I'm looking at or target areas that I'm looking at. And when it comes to support, let me go back to the hourly chart. When it comes to support, if we break 9.26 areas, 9.23 areas, first support I'll be looking at, well, this is a mini support that we have here, but if we break it, first support I'll be looking at is around these levels. That would be between $9 to $8.9, okay? And if we break this support level, the second one I'll be looking at is at this one, all right? Around 8.7 to 8.5 areas. Because if we look left, when it comes to that one too, here we go, just a minute. Yeah, right here. Just gonna draw a line for you guys so you can follow with what I'm talking about. Here we go. So this has acted as support while we were, on our way up, as you guys can see. So it is probably gonna act as support again. That's what we learn. Support also acts as support again, or old resistance acts as new support, or old support acts as new resistance, okay? But if we lose this one, that's when you should really be very cautious, like very, very cautious if we lose this area right here, okay? I'll be looking at next level around, but it's not so far, but nevertheless we have to discuss it, around 8 point, let me do this, $8 to $7.8 around these levels, okay? These are the levels I'm looking at, and if you wonder why this level, this is gonna be as support, if you look left, I can draw it for you guys. Here it goes. Look left, and you guys clearly see where we've been rejected and which level was acting as resistance, earlier. So hence, this time it's gonna be, seen as support, okay? So as you guys can see, we are starting to show some resistance, action that we are being rejected at these levels. Um, Doji, inverted hammer. It looks like a red candle, so far. We'll see how it closes in an hour, but if we close anywhere below 9.26, 9.23 levels on an hourly. Guys, I just want to say, when I said inverted hammer here, it's not an inverted hammer. It's an it's an HM, sorry, hanging man, not an inverted hammer. Okay, I think I was speaking too fast or something, and I was maybe a bit nervous because I was still new to streaming. But it's not an inverted hammer. I don't want you guys to get it wrong. Okay. I've followed many traders, but you'll remain the best. So I'm trying to know how you think. Thank you, Mark. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. Like, hopefully I'll be of help. Hopefully I'll be of help. But it's good that we revisit these old videos, and I'm gonna show you what happened with the chart since then. Okay, I'm gonna bring out exactly this chart that was from KuCoin. Fine. See eventually around this level, as discussed, and we lose this one. This is the next level. But if we break out, we will need some mini, resistance here. Okay, if we break out above 9.55, 9.97, $10 again would be the next mini resistance here, but major resistance is around these levels. Like, I expect, a nice pullback after we hit this one, definitely. But, well, not definitely. You never know what happens in the market. But TA usually, teaches us that it's possible. Possibilities are very, high if we reach these levels that we see a pullback. Okay. So this was the short update on Aptos, Apt versus USDT. If you like the content, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. And thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. These were the days I was very, very nervous, very nervous. I'm still, I still get a bit nervous sometimes because I'm still, new to streaming and so on and so forth. Like, I like to bring you the best of the best. But that was then. Since then, let me show you what has happened with the same chart, okay, with the same chart. Let me do this and okay, let's have a look at the same chart now, okay? There you go. So when I did that 3 months ago, like this didn't even start developing yet. Look how we got rejected around that resistance level, when I was speaking about it on that video. We got rejected, we went, kind of sideways. This support kind of held, a little bit, okay, around this 8.7, dollars, 8.5 to 8.7. It held once, we bounced off it, we hit this resistance again. Then when we broke below it, guess where we came? To around this $8, 7.9-ish to $8. Okay, we were kind of, ranging between, these levels, but then some new data came, and after that we just, dropped pretty much. So this got respected, and I didn't have enough data. Like, all there was literally this, nothing else on the chart, and I tried to do my best, so he got respected. And this was 3 months ago. Well, yeah, 3-4 months ago almost now. So yeah, my least favorite charts to the TA on is the ones with the least data. But then again, as an analyst, you try to do your best. So yeah, that was an example. It's not easy to do, analysis, because you can't just, go by the candlesticks. That's not enough. You need the westerns too. Okay, so if you don't have enough data, it's kind of hard. It's very difficult. But I did my best. I did tell you guys that we were at resistance already then, and it got respected luckily, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it was good times. Okay, thank God, like Bitcoin's doing something. 5 minutes left on the hourly. Looks like we can close above this trend line. It is something. It is something. It is better than nothing, guys. It's pretty much like this, like Aptos right now on this chart. Like there is not much I can do with this. There isn't really much I can do with this, but I'm trying to give you guys with my own calculations. I'm trying to give you guys, you know, some idea of what we could see next, okay? Because I don't want to fib it. That's not gonna be, you know, the best, you know, thing either. But I have other ways to calculate. So look, right now we are being rejected at these levels, and I want to take it step by step, okay? Step by step, level by level. It's pretty close. It didn't come and touch the box, you know, to the dot around 19.7, but we came as far as 19.4-ish dollars, a few cents away from this resistance level. In time, you know, I think most people kind of develop their own style. One of the things I do not do, like compared to a few years back when I didn't know much and so on and so forth, you know, then you kind of, you know, turn here and there to see what's going on. But I do not look at other, you know, analysts anymore because I believe in my own analysis. I trust my own analysis. Like that's it, simple. Like nowadays, I could, you know, look at Twitter and so on and so forth just to see, you know, what the talk is, what the talk of the day is, and so on and so forth. But otherwise, I stick to my own analysis. I do not, you know, have time to look at other YouTubers and so on and so forth. And if I do, it's very rare, like it happens rarely. I stick to my own analysis, I trust in my own analysis, and that's it. Because that's worked out best for me at least. So I just try to stick with it. But everybody's gonna develop their own style, you know? We're gonna be strikers in one way or the other, but all of us are gonna develop, you know, our own style at the end. Maybe some of us have some type of similar, you know, similarities when it comes to TA. But at the end, I really do believe that everybody develops their own style, you know? More or less. Come on, Bitcoin, do something. I'm like thinking, don't you dare fall below this trend line again. At least on the hourly, okay? Like do something. Try to close above this 23,350 at least. Give us something. But then again, what I want to happen for the price and what it does, it's two different things. I agree with your words because there are many YouTubers who publish wrong content, and I noticed that, but you are the only one who publishes constantly and with great information. Thank you very much, Mark. Like, I don't know, like, I do believe, like, those who are, you know, publishing, you know, wrong content, I really do not think they're doing it in purpose. I think that's what they know. They're doing their very best, but then again, maybe their very best is not the best. There are good analysts out there, like undeniable. There are good analysts out there, you know. Everybody has their own style, but yeah, like one has to compare themselves and do their own analysis as well. It's so important that one does, you know, their own analysis after, you know, watching anybody. Doesn't matter who it is, because at the end of the day, it's very important that if you take a decision based off, you know, based on what I say, based on what any other analysis say, then you're not taking full responsibility. It's so important to do your own research when, because I'm here, you know, I talk about TA and so on and so forth, but I'm not, you know, advising anybody to do this or that. That is up to each and one of you all, you know, to do. But I know for a fact there are some analysts, not like there are a few, maybe a handful or two handfuls, you know, that could be, you know, good, nice. But I know many. I mean, it's rarely that I mention names, and I do not want to mention names, but there is one specifically that gets on my nerves, and he's not, you know, um, I don't know, maybe he is, maybe he is still, you know, doing analysis on YouTube. I have no idea, but he's more popular on Twitter, and it's Willy Woo. Like, usually I do not mention names. I don't, guys. But that guy has had, like, look, if you ask me, one of my top worst, the top worst, okay, one of the top is definitely Willy Woo. If you guys haven't heard on, you know, about him, just go ahead, do your own research, go and look. I don't even know how he has the balls to just, you know, go live and give that type of analysis. I have no idea because, yeah, people should take their own responsibility. But you know how the world is, you know how people are. A lot of people probably, you know, made moves on his calls, and I can kind of, you know, guarantee many who didn't do their own research after just, you know, hearing his calls and so on and so forth, or his analysis, got more wrecked than anything else, because his analysis is mainly based on-chain analysis. It has nothing to do with Western indicators. It has nothing to do with the Eastern indicators, like nothing at all. I've read the craziest stuff from that guy on Twitter, and I always get baffled. I always go like why is he saying this stuff? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna try just for you guys. I'm gonna try. Like, I never ever bring up names, you know, to bash anybody, and I'm not bashing him. This is actually facts. This is facts. And he's very known. Like, he has a lot of followers, So imagine how many of those that didn't do their own research, you know, maybe chose to listen to him, got affected. This is what I tell you guys. Like, I would never, like, if I can't do TA, I wouldn't have been here and talking, because I wouldn't be able to see good, you know, coming out and, you know, talking gibberish, something that I do not know about. If I don't know something, I'm blunt with you guys. If you ask me, you know, well, what does this coin do? I'm gonna be blunt. Why should I say I know when I don't know? I don't know. It's not my, I'm a price specialist. Like, I have no idea. If you guys can teach me about it, like, tell me about it, I'd rather listen to you. There's no need for me to lie and so on and so forth. Like, no need at all. Followers are deceived by follower numbers, and he's known to be the account buyer. Very much so. Very much so. Because, you know, when people, you know, want to follow somebody, they don't want to, like, most of the times, they don't want to follow somebody that has, like, let's say my channel, I have what, I got like 150 something followers, subscribers. Like they go like, oh, it's new, it's not, but it's not about, you can't judge one by the book. Like you gotta see the content. But then there are a lot of people, as fast as they see that a channel or a Twitter account has like 100 something thousand followers, 200K, 100K, something like that, immediately they go like, okay, well, this person must be good because they have this much followers and so on and so forth. But then the minute they start learning the wrong stuff, they start blaming the people. But at the end, it's it's not really Wu's fault at all. Like everybody has to do their own research. It's not this, well, it can't be the owner of the channel's fault or owner of the account's fault. At the end, everybody has to do their own research, literally. And this Willy Woo, I just went to his account because I thought he had like 100K and so on, because it's been a long time I looked at his Twitter account, but he has 1 million followers. Okay, that's not a little number. 1 million followers is long, guys, very long. I mean, very, very big. I'm trying to find that tweet that I found like absurd, like it was just this complete craziness. Like I'm sure he's a good guy, great guy, whatever. I don't know him personally, but his calls were not the best. That much I know. That much I know. We have to separate, and we have to separate the analyst from his private life. We can't, mix these two things up. He's probably like a cool guy and so on, but his calls were like horrible, just horrible. I hope he didn't remove the tweet. I really do not hope so. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm about to find it soon. I'm getting close. Too many tweets. We got too many tweets. I think it has become known that he took recommendations from Telegram groups. I don't know if I don't even think he has Telegram, that guy. Because there's a lot of scammers. I don't think he's even on Telegram. Like I told you, people are very deceived by numbers. Yep, they are. Like they are. Unfortunately, they are, you know? It's just the psychology of people. Okay, I found one which is nuts, guys. You're gonna see now for yourselves. Let me just August 20. This was madness, like madness. I don't think he feels good himself. I don't, like I said, I do not think he's doing this on purpose. He does believe on his, like, I don't, like personally as an analyst, like if I don't believe in what I'm saying, I wouldn't say it, right? So I don't think he's, not believing in what he's saying, telling other people or well, informing other people, but wrecked so hard, wrecked so hard. Look at the doji candle in the UPSDT 4-hour time frame, or is it an evening doji star? Yeah, we do not know yet if it's definitely a doji, but we do not know yet what's gonna happen until the next 4-hourly candle is gonna close. But we do know it's a doji going on. Yes, definitely. Definitely doji there. Dojis do not necessarily mean that the bears are, I mean, the bulls are over with or anything like that. They're just, how do I explain this the best way? There's just indecision. It's just telling you there's indecision, okay? It's not telling you it's over. It's not telling you it's starting. It's not telling you anything like that. It's just telling you that the market is at a point of indecision, pretty much. That's what it's implying, okay? Not even telling you. That's what it implies. Look at this tweet, for example. Just a simple example, okay? Like, this was in the worst time ever. This is Mr. Willy Woo's tweet, okay? 1 million followers. Just imagine 1 million followers reading this stuff, okay? And he wrote, in a macro cycle context, okay, macro cycle context, long-term investors are still climbing towards their peak accumulation. Listen, notice this, okay, which marks bottoms. Let me just go to the chart of August 18, 2021 before I continue. August 18, 2021. Madness, pure madness. Let's see now. August. Somewhere around these levels. Okay? Somewhere around these areas, okay? This is the 16. Somewhere on this week or this week. I don't know. Somewhere around these weeks, okay? One of those weeks at least. And then he continues to say, which marks bottom. Okay, this is after Bitcoin kind of had a run all the way to around, 70,000-ish dollars, something like that. Okay, so this guy was busy telling people that bottom is in. In other words, this was the bottom he was referring to. Okay, bottom is in, and there's a lot of accumulation going on here. And let me continue with the tweet. Hold on. Early says to me that the bull market may continue into 2022, and BTC is in the process of breaking free from the 4-year internal cycle from the halvings. Okay, done reading this. So what happened? He said this would continue, onto 2022, and this was the bottom. That's it. In other words, we were just, gonna continue to, I don't know, like 100,000, 200,000. I don't know what he was thinking, but there are other, worse tweets. But that one was one of those that I saw, and I was like, this is not gonna end well. I had a friend, Ralph, and I remember, I was telling him that bottom was close, above, around, $70,000 to $75,000. This is way back when we were, around these levels. I was like, okay, we're gonna come back down, we're gonna pull back up to around, 70, 75, and then, we're gonna see this crap, just go down. Like, okay, not crap, but Bitcoin, probably just go down, and then we'll see if support holds or not. Look what happened in 2021 of November. This is like 2 months after his tweet. 2 months after his tweet, we came again to this top, close to the prior top. And since then, it's been straight down. But according to Mr. Willy Woo, we were gonna continue. Like, instead of going this way, we would have just, continued to go up, the whole of 2022. 2022 has been very much bearish. Like, I don't even have to explain this to you guys. Like, you can see it on your own. 1 million followers. 1 million followers. Okay, so sometimes, not about how much, how many followers one has. It's about the content, the information they have and how they do their analysis. King of expectations, like, very much so. A lot of people got wrecked because of that, and they started blaming him. I don't think they should blame other people than themselves, because hello, you can do your own research. I mean, plus he is honest. He does tell people that his analysis is based on-chain analysis. Like, it's not TA. Well, it's really not TA, okay? It's just on-chain analysis. That's it. 2022. So anybody who followed that was probably, buying more around these levels, around what, $50,000, and they maybe didn't get out at these levels, because they were expecting some type of continuation. But guess it didn't happen. That didn't happen, guys. Like, you can't blame other analysts. Like, if things like what happened to FTX or exchange going bankrupt, something like that happens, okay, fine, I understand. It's really not in your hands. That's not in your hands. Okay, crappy things like that happen. It affects people. But when it comes to TA, if you blame others because you followed what they said, doesn't matter even if it's, a guy with 3 million, followers, and you don't do your research, the first person you should blame is yourself. Of course, you're gonna get mad at that person, I understand, but the first person you should blame is yourself. I have difficulty, respecting, somebody who blames the analyst or the content, not the content creator, but the one, who gives you information, because you should do your own research. So yeah, that was one good example that I showed you, a big known guy in this space, telling people that 2022 is gonna be bullish, not only 2022, 2023, 2024 as well, just, gonna continue. The bottom was in, and then bam. Yep, it's one of the best lessons. Like I learned it the hard way. You don't have to learn it the hard way, okay? So I'm telling you guys, always be careful of who you follow. Because until this day, I can imagine it's just the psychology of people. People wanna follow those who have a lot of followers and so on and so forth, but be careful. Look at the content. Like, do your own research. Look if it makes any sense. And then there's this other one. When it comes to exchanges, like they say, you know, the Mexican way, not your cheese, not your nachos. In other words, not your keys, then you're kind of, screwed if exchanges are not the best to trust. If it's not your keys, it's not your coins, like they say, not your cheese, not your nachos. Looks like we have some type of a beer flag going on here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay, we do have some type of a beer flag on the 15-minute, 10-minute chart on Bitcoin. Like the 15-minute, 10-minute chart is pretty much the same, guys. Okay, pretty much the same. I can do this so you guys notice it's not a big difference, right? Aptos starting to pull back. DYDX. Still at resistance levels, guys. Okay, lovely people. I have to get going. Been live for 2.5 hours. Like it was a fun stream. I'll be back tomorrow after some rest and so on and so forth. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like Mark, it was a nice one. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. And for those of you who are gonna replay the show tomorrow, so far we've had a look at today, at least, on this stream. Uni, Comp, Waves, Sand, GRT, Aptos, BTC, Ethereum, Atom, and something else as well. I do not remember, but a few more. And learned some valuable lessons, okay, that each and one of you should know about. So guys, thank you yourselves. I'm glad you tuned in. Stay safe, take care. Don't forget to smash like and hit that bell if you find these contents to be valuable. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Good night, stay safe, and ciao for now.